Hello, everybody. My name is Bailey Thayer, and today I'm going to be talking about athlete burnout. But before I do so, I want to talk about why I'm interested in this topic. So, I'm currently a second year at Cal Poly studying biology, but I'm also competing as a decathlete on the track team. For those of you who don't know what a decathlete is, decathlete does 10 events on the track in 2 days. These events go from the 100 to the long jump, shot put, high jump, 400 meters on the first day. And on the second day, you do the 110 hurdles, discus, pole vault, javelin, and the 1500 to end it all off. So it is a great time doing decathlons, but I often have no time throughout my day or my week to do anything else other than school and track. So this is why I'm interested in this topic. I'm trying to find a way to balance myself and to be the best athlete I can be and student, along with maintaining a social life. So now, before we get deeper into athlete burnout, we need to talk about what athlete burnout even is. According to BBC Sports, it is a physical or emotional exhaustion caused by long-term stress. However, I feel like we can dig a lot deeper into this because, it's very generalized and we're all different human beings. So we have different qualities, and this can be tailored towards specific sports and also specific people. Now let's talk about some of the causes of athlete burnout. According to the NCAA, some causes of burnout include stress from traveling, physical activity, social and academic demands, and also lack of recovery. I've often felt a lot of these, so I believe it is pretty credible and accurate. However, I feel like we're not considering high school and youth sports, because in high school and youth sports you don't do as much traveling or as long distance of traveling, maybe a little bit less physical activity, but we do often feel social and academic demands in those aspects. One aspect I believe that we can tailor it towards high school and youth athletes is by including motivational factors. This includes intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation means that you're motivated internally and that you just love you have a love for the sport. Extrinsic motivation often refers to rewards outside and things that are externally influencing you internally. Now that we talked about some of the causes of athlete burnout, let's talk about a frequent theory that has been observed by many athletes. So according to the book Applied Sports Psychology, our current textbook, the self-determination theory is a frequent theory used to understand athlete burnout with 3 main points. These 3 main points are autonomy, competence, and relatedness. For those of you who don't know, autonomy refers to the feeling of choice or control, just control over a situation. This can be in a game, in a practice, or certain scenarios. Competence refers to the fact of, or the state of being effective, and just showing that your role on the team is you're making an influence with your teammates, and a lot of this can refer to team sports and individual sports. Last but not least, relatedness. This talks about, the social connection you have to your teammates and others around you, and just the feeling of like the desire to be there, or that you're part of something bigger than yourself. I want to focus a little bit on autonomy, because autonomy is one of the big aspects of this theory. The feeling of choice and control. This autonomy perspective can be lost greatly when we are motivated by other things other than internally. So this is where I wanted to connect extrinsic motivation. Sometimes when athletes are receiving rewards as a young child or, high school, when they lose those rewards at the collegiate or whatever post-collegiate level, they lose purpose, and this can lead to athletes burning out more frequently than those who are intrinsically motivated. Now this leads me to talking about a real-world situation, such as AAU basketball. For those of you who don't know, AAU basketball is an organization that conducts hundreds of tournaments throughout the year around the nation. So, AAU basketball, with these tournaments being conducted, Athletes can be playing 3 to 6 games a weekend throughout the summer. And although this does take a toll on their body, I want to talk a little bit about the mental side and the mental aspect. So, Kobe Bryant is one of the most famous basketball players known to mankind, and he had something to say about AAU basketball. I think everything is a reward system. I think the coaches who are teaching the game are getting rewarded in one fashion or another. It's just a showcase. Now, Kobe Bryant saying this shows that these rewards that they are given are going to affect them later on in life, because if they make it to the collegiate or post-collegiate level, they're not going to receive these rewards unless they're in the NBA. Only the top guys get the top sponsorships, monetary values, and this can greatly affect athletes and lead them to burning out at a more frequent rate. My thoughts is that the rewards should not be given until they get to that top level of basketball play, such as NBA players like Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and all those guys. I think we need to be intrinsically motivated in order to receive those external rewards later on in life if we get to be that good. Let's talk about ways to prevent burnout. According to Bridge Athletic, there are a few steps to prevent burnout using a training log. This would require you writing down what you did for the day and how you felt about your workout and how your body feels. Secondly, remembering to recover. Recover is key for physically not burning out. Third, optimizing nutrition. Nutrition is a huge aspect of the game, and getting your different colored fruits and vegetables can really affect you at a deeper level than you know. And last but not least, incorporating treatment. This treatment can be physical treatment, like rolling out, mental treatment, going to see your psychology, and emotional treatment. Before we go, I want to incorporate some personal ways to prevent burnout that I've found successful. Number 1, set aside time for yourself. Number 2, continue to remind yourself of your purpose of being in that sport. That's key. Number 3, allowing your body time to recover, mentioned before as well. Number 4, finding people who can relate to you, people that are in your own sport. And number 5, being your own biggest fan, because you gotta cheer yourself on, because there might be times where people don't cheer you on, and you gotta be internally motivated. From being able to research a little bit about athlete burnout, I've taken a lot away from it. Considering I'm a decathlete and a student at the same time, I think this is going to help me in order to put things in perspective on life. And I think it's going to help me in the future, because I consider being a grad assistant as a coach on the track team, maybe football or basketball, because I also played that in high school. So this information is going to be very useful to myself, and I hope it is very useful to you as well. Thanks for your time, and have a great day.